Hello, happy Saturday. Jennifer here, coach, speaker, and host, the three things I do the most. And today I actually got my inspiration from life events. I always think about all sorts of things and ideas just come down to me and I get some downloads about stuff and I just want to talk about them. And of course, you've seen me in the past over 2 weeks doing daily videos, and during the weekend I said I would keep it more casual, and I do. Now I'm dressed up because I'm actually going out on a date with the hubby. So I went, just a little up, and so he's ironing his shirt right now. So I said, I'm gonna do my video while he's like doing his thing up there. But I wanted to share with you today the things that we don't talk a lot about leadership, because I know what we talk oftentimes is how to train leaders and managers to be better, and all the sexy things about leadership, right? Power, influence, collaboration, like it's really cool. But you can also be a leader at home, in your family, or in anything. And there's I don't know if you heard about the 10 paradoxical commandment of leadership by Dr. Kent M. Keith. And this is very fascinating because he calls them commandment, but I see them more as principles, because commandment means like you shall not do this or else you're gonna die. It's a little intense to me, but what he tells in there are some of the principles that I really like to look within myself and live by. I mean, I'm not perfect, obviously, but these are really cool, especially when you have to go through something tough, because what are these commandments saying, or these principles rather, is basically coming down to doing the right thing. So I'm going to read them to you because they're really interesting if you haven't heard about them. So the 10 commandments are: people are illogical, unreasonable, and self-centered. Love them anyway. So imagine a family member, coworker, or anything, right? Like, it happens a lot that we're around these people. Ooh, it's windy here. And a flower is falling on me. The second one is, if you do good, people will accuse you of selfish, ulterior motives. Do good anyway. And that's true. Like, how many times that you doing good things and people are like, oh, you want to do it for yourself, but it's all about you, when you just really were genuinely wanting to support, right? The third one is, if you are successful, you will win false friends and true enemies. Succeed anyway. And it's true, because when the more and more you get in the highlight and you get success, like the more and more the gremlins are coming out at you and they're like, oh my God, and they try to drag you down, right? Because it's hard to see somebody succeed. And you win false friends because people also want to have success, but you also have real friends. The fourth one is, the good you do today will be forgotten tomorrow. And it's true. And it says do good anyway. That's right, because no matter how much you do good today, people will forget. Like, nobody remembers what we did a year ago. Like, it's always an accumulation of things. So every day, if we strive to do something good, it's a good thing. And it's not about being perfect, because we're humans. Let's face it, right? The fifth one is, honesty and frankness make you vulnerable. Be honest and frank anyway. And that's true. We're all afraid of vulnerability. Like, sometimes we display some vulnerability, but we don't display 100% of everything. And I'm not saying I'm not saying that we should display everything all the time, every day. But it's important to be frank and honest and vulnerable. The other one is, the biggest man and woman with the biggest idea can be shut down by the smallest men and women with the smallest minds. Think big anyway. And that's true. These are the dream killers. You're dreaming big, you're on a cloud, and then you have these little gremlins again coming back to small minds, small thinkers, and they're like, oh, you can't do this, and gonna bog you down, right? We all know these people. The other one is, people favor underdogs but follow only top dogs. Fight for a few underdogs anyway. And that's true, right? Like, we follow all the top dogs because it's really, again, sexy and popular. And, there's a lot of valuable top dogs out there. But, right, like, some people who are the underdogs, they need highlights. So it's important to continue fighting for them too. The other one is, what you spend years building may be destroyed overnight. Build anyway. And that's true. How many of you, I know so many of you who are entrepreneurs, creatives, you're building over and over and over, and it can get destroyed overnight. Look, COVID destroyed so many things. That's the perfect example. But even before that, our dreams or the things that we create can get washed away by anything. The ninth principle is, people really need help, but may attack you if you do help them. Help people anyway. And that happens a lot at work. Imagine a coworker that you really don't want to work with, but you have to, so you're like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to really help them, and it's just doing the right thing. Or a family member that you do something for and they're gonna hate you anyway, but you know they're gonna thank you later, maybe 10 years from now. That's the same idea. And the last one is give the world the best you have and you'll get give the world the best you have and you'll get kicked in the teeth. Give the world your best you have anyway. And that's true, right? Like, especially when we're out there or doing activism or speaking your truth or making waves, you're gonna get kicked in the teeth because people are not gonna agree with you, and that's part of life. And these are all, you know, great principles to live by, and it's hard to do because sometimes you just don't want to say the hell with it. So that's my little snippet for today. So if you don't know Dr. Kent M. Keith, the paradoxical commandment, there's 10 of them. It's really interesting to follow. So on that note, I will see you tomorrow, and I hope that you will do something fun this weekend. All right, bye.